What up, everybody? It's Draft House Drive, and today we have a special guest.
Hello.
Yes, that is Duhan. We mentioned him during the Comic-Con cast.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I think you're gonna need to use my first name.
okay, Ryan.
He's
Sure,
Duhan.
He's Duhan to us.
I've never called you by your first name. In your phone, you don't even have a first name.
You want to tell him what he is in your phone?
You're just Lord Duhan, the old.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the old.
Yeah, the old.
Also, I'm sorry for thinking you had gray hair.
Yeah, he legitimately thought you had gray
I
hair.
do have a little bit.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, he thought you were like full on Capaldi everything.
Brett, how long has it been since you've seen me?
Years?
No, what I think it is.
I've never had you as a teacher, so
Yeah, but you've seen me before, right?
like for glimpses.
No, what I think it is that I told him that you were old so many times that it has convinced him that you are an elderly man. Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Just the defeated, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
All right, so today we're gonna go see Popstar. Is it actually called Popstar? Or am I
Yes,
just
it's called Popstar.
Okay.
Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Is that the actual
That's
full
the
title?
actual full title.
No, should we just say that every time we mention the movie?
No,
or?
we can just call it Popstar.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go see Popstar, which was made. I don't know if it's produced, but it's basically just made by the Lonely Island, who did such great songs as "Dick in a Box," "Jizz in My Pants."
Yep.
I'm on a Boat, which
Yep.
is my personal favorite, and what are some other ones they've done?
What's some other ones? Trying to remember. Damn it.
I mean, recently they put out "Fuck Me Like You Fucked Bin Laden"
Oh,
in preparation for this film.
that's actually one of the songs that's maybe in the movie, which
Oh,
I'm
it's-
very excited for.
If it's not, we need to show Duhan because it's great.
It is. It's beautiful.
I didn't know he did.
Oh
he-
yeah, no, they did it on a boat.
Yeah, and they actually have, this is their second film together. Technically, the first film was Hot Rod, which if you've seen that, it's pretty much like Napoleon Dynamite in its level of how stupid it is.
I think I've actually heard of this, but I don't remember actually seeing it. Did this come out like around what, like 2006, 2007?
Somewhere around there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I normally have horrible memory, but it's one of the things I vaguely remember.
You do have a horrible memory.
Oh yeah, I have a god awful memory.
I think he was calling you out on thinking he had gray hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I also had a really weird day today at work. I was stuck down in the deli area all day doing like express checkouts.
Okay.
And this dude pops up with his family, and he's wearing a shirt that says, "I pooped today," which already was pretty great. And then I noticed he's wearing a glove on his right hand. Not like a normal like gardening glove, no, like a rubber glove. So at first I didn't think of anything of it, and then it clicked. He probably handed me poop money. Because
Hey,
in
what?
my head, I'm thinking, I pooped today, and wearing a plastic glove on his right hand. My mind thinks he's like whatever the butt doctors are that check for cancer in the bum hole.
The people that do colonoscopies. That's all
Yes,
that
I don't know what they're called.
Proctologist.
Thank you. That's the name that was coming to mind, but I couldn't remember. I thought he was a proctologist, and I'm like, I don't want to say
You know the
anything
name
because
of
his
the
family's there.
doctors?
I know the name of a lot of doctors.
Oh.
Old.
This is common knowledge.
I mean, I was thinking proctologist, but my brain was just thinking only butt doctor.
You're supposed to be like a doctor something when you grow
No.
up. No. You're supposed to be a science something, right?
I'm a biochem major, but
Yeah,
that doesn't mean I'm going to be a
science
doctor.
You're going to be a science something. You should know these things.
But I mean, it didn't help that earlier that day when I was counting up the ones to make sure my till was correct, there was like some brown speckles that were kind of crusty on one of the bills, and I'm like, wow, this probably touched some stripper's butt. Great.
That's probably happened with every single $1 bill you have ever held.
That's
in
why
your
I
entire
always
life.
wash my hands after handling money.
Can you tell
I
it's a
don't.
stripper?
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know what the dietary concerns of a stripper are. I don't
He's
know
right.
what
It
they're
could have just been some crackhead snorted up
He was just
from
hoping
up there.
through the butthole, Quentin.
Yeah, through the butthole.
Sure.
Through the butthole.
I mean, I know butt chugging is a thing, but I didn't realize that crack snorting, like reverse farting crack cocaine into your asshole is a thing.
No, I think with that, I think it's they blow it in. Someone like
Oh.
manually takes it and just,
Oh, that's great.
Kind of
Like a blow dart.
like a whistle.
Also, I hope you're appreciating this top tier commentary here,
Yeah.
Ryan. 'Cause this is just great. This is
Top tier?
top
Top
tier
tier.
according to our standards.
I mean, you've listened to some of our stuff. You knew where this was going to go.
I have.
Yeah.
But
man.
no, it's funny that you mentioned that I'm probably gonna be a doctor because one, I'm not, and two, I was actually having some great ideas for businesses I might possibly open. One was Buzzkill, a bee-only extermination agency.
Wait, what?
Yeah, or only exterminate bees. Just
Is that
Buzzkill.
why it's called? Oh,
Yeah,
that's stupid.
The other one is I'm gonna open up an LGBT house where instead of a gay bar, it's a gay coffee house. Or instead of getting like drugs and shit for gay people, it's a tea house.
It's a T.
It's
It's
called Starbucks.
well, yeah, but I mean mine has a cool name.
That's not just.
That's just white girls.
Yeah, that's 90% white girls. That's true.
The downtown Starbucks.
Downtown
That's-
Starbucks.
okay, yeah. That I can give
I
that
can
to you.
agree with that.
But I mean mine would be in Seattle, and I know that's where Starbucks is, but it's also Seattle, and it's the LGBT house
Okay.
because that's just a cool name, and that I totally did not steal from Reddit.
So one thing I think we should bring up, because we didn't talk about this on the comic book cast, but so over those 3 days we didn't have a lot of sleep.
No,
We had
not
like
at all.
5 hours of sleep, and the first morning that we had to get up, or the second morning, so Saturday, we went to your grocery store because you wanted to pick up your paycheck or schedule. I can't
Yeah, it was
remember which one.
a schedule. I don't have to pick up paychecks. I have
You
direct
picked up your
deposit.
schedule, and then we wanted food. So we get our food, and as we're driving to the convention, we're driving down the street, and there is a blatant red light in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
We're sitting there driving, and there's just a straight up a red light, and as we're driving towards it, there's a car turning, and we're like, why is he doing that? We're supposed to be able to go. We almost died because of that.
Yeah.
Am I gonna die in this car?
There's
See, I'm just saying,
a
it's probably not
possibility
the
of that.
best thing to bring up while we have a guest in the car.
I don't care. He knows what he's gotten into.
It's fair warning.
Well, too bad we don't have a waiver for him to sign. We should have that for all guests who come on the show
I
now.
won't need one if I'm dead.
Exactly.
That's
That's what I was
true.
gonna say. And if you aren't, I'll help finish the job, so there won't be any lawsuits.
I mean, we have a plastic gun in the
Wait,
glove
did we
holder.
seriously
Yeah.
have-
Oh, you put it there.
Oh, did I put that?
You put that shit in there, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm just keeping that forever now. A cop
yeah.
pulls me over, and I reach for my license and registration. They're gonna see a gun, and I'm gonna die.
I do not remember putting that in there, but I will. That seems like something that I would do.
Yeah, it's callback to episode 3 when we went to go see Army of Darkness. That was the cap gun that I've just kept in my car because apparently I have a death wish when it comes to cops.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just have a plastic cap gun in my car now for when people try to rob me, I guess. I don't know. Has anything happened fun in your life, Quentin? That was a sentence.
I don't know. How have you been doing, Duhan? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, I think it's been about a year.
Last time was, I think, Comic Con.
Yeah, it was at Comic
The year before.
Oh, shit.
How have you been?
Good.
Been good?
Yeah. I spent most of the day today playing the Star Trek 25th anniversary game on Steam.
Oh, I got you.
Oh my god.
I just got into Star Trek.
Yeah, I know.
It's-
And you need to play this game.
Do I need? Does it cost money?
What's $8?
That's a lot. At post Comic Con, that is a lot of money.
It's infuriating, the difficult.
Is it like a strategy game? I can imagine it's a strategy
It's a
game.
point-and-click game where basically...
I can't do point
This is
and clicks.
1992 when this came out. And
Oh god.
This is the 25th anniversary, right? So
Okay, yeah.
This is the 50th is coming up here.
The 50th is this year.
Yeah. So what it was they made it to where they brought in some writers from the original series
Yeah.
and made like new episodes. But it's very difficult to figure out what you're supposed to do, and it's made by a company called Interplay.
Oh, I've heard of Interplay. Those are the guys who made Fallout, right?
I don't
was
think
the
they made
publisher?
Fallout.
Oh, I think they
No,
published
they
it.
did. They did.
The
make
original?
Fallout.
Yeah,
Okay,
the OG, like Fallout 1.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was this difficult, but what they used to do was in the manual it had like a 900 number that you could call for hints.
Yeah.
Oh
They
god.
would charge you an arm and a leg for it. You kind of needed to do it. In fact, there's one episode in there where you need a code to get through a door, and it's very difficult to figure out what the code is. But even if you figure out what the code is, they don't tell you that you actually have to enter the code in base 3.
Base 3.
Yeah.
Like you have to like convert this stuff to like a different base.
Yeah. So like now, even if you knew what number to put in and knew that you needed base 3, you could Google
library, and even then, doubtful they'll have books on how to convert to base 3.
Yes.
Like I knew Star Trek was a show for turbo nerds, but this is taking it too far.
Well, it's because they want you to call that number.
Yeah, that is true, but
That was
Jesus.
That's like that may have been one of the first instances of pay to play.
That or
pay to
just
win.
like a really lame copyright system. But even then, yeah, because you had to have the manual, so you had a bootleg copy of the game, unless you had a bootleg manual to go with it. Yeah. Like a really early DRM.
It's funny because today, as I was playing Doom, I was going through all the walkthrough videos on how to get all the collectibles, and I was like, man, if this was the 90s, I would be fucked. There is no way that I would find any of these on my own, and I don't know anyone that would be able to find all of these on their own.
Unless you just have like a super attention to detail.
Nope. I do not.
Yeah, I know you have zero patience for this kind of stuff.
Nope.
How is the new Doom?
It is
looks
amazing.
great.
It is amazing.
I've heard multiplayer is pretty lacking, but the single player,
I don't care about multiplayer.
It's single player.
Man, it is pretty much like they took the first game, the original Doom, copied and pasted it, upgraded the graphics by a shit ton, done.
Yeah, because it's the first one where seeing in the trailers, I've seen some of the monsters from the first.
Yeah, and they're the exact same monsters.
Yeah, well, a lot bigger.
Yes, they're a
So
lot
at the very
bigger.
end of the trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done that with that fucker right there.
Yeah, I've
Long time ago.
long time ago. I played the original Doom.
I think you guys are
last year.
underplaying the most important feature here is that you can actually aim up and down.
Well, yeah.
Well, you can do that in Doom 2, I think.
No, you
No.
couldn't.
You couldn't do it in Doom 2?
Doom 2 was exactly like Doom 1.
Yeah, just with an added double barrel shotgun and a few enemies.
Yeah, that's where the Revenant came from.
Oh yeah, that's where
There's the
Spooky Skeleton
Revenant.
Rocket Man came
The
from.
Revenant, and then what was the other one? It was the brown brown.
Oh, you mean-
Cacodemon?
The Pain Elemental.
Yes,
Why do I know this? I don't play Doom.
because you watched that Doom documentary.
Yeah, actually I do watch that every night before I go to bed. What does it say about me?
Very comforting.
Yeah, just Doom. The dude's voice is actually really like soothing and satisfying.
And I actually
though.
watched it. It's very informative
Yeah.
because I like Doom, so all the information about it was pretty helpful.
If you like this Doom one, you should watch this Quake one. It's awesome.
I would watch the Quake one, but I don't play Quake and I don't give a shit. So
Well,
Quake, you could look up it.
yeah, that one was like the first truly 3D like shooter because it was all polygonal, while Doom was only like sort of 3D, like in the way that it was like kind of like that old Maze game on Windows was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was like the evolution of Wolfenstein.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was all just pixel graphics.
Oh yeah, totally. Everything was all sprites. Now, from what I understand about the technology behind it is that it used a thing called ray casting as well, where the computer didn't actually render anything in 3D. It was all like a 2D map.
In the
Yeah.
original Doom,
Yeah, the original
Okay.
Doom, and in Doom was a little bit more complicated, but I'm going to stick to Wolfenstein right now because it's easier.
Wolfenstein,
Yeah,
okay.
because Wolfenstein was all literally squares in grids. There was no actually change in elevation either. Everything was just
Yep.
flat. And basically, what the computer would process was it sees you in like just a grid, and it saw that okay, if the character's looking this, there's like a 75-degree cone that the character's looking out at, so it broadcasts those rays, and so it scans like this pixel grid that it would actually draw on screen. It's a little, I'm not exactly explaining it very well, but there's another video by Digressing and Side Questing, I believe, on YouTube. You look it up. It's pretty interesting how it works out, and in essence, the computer doesn't do any kind of 3D rendering at all. It just kind of cheeses it to make it look 3D.
didn't Ahoy cover that same thing in his Wolfenstein documentary?
I believe he mentioned that it was ray casting, but it didn't go into detail
he didn't go
exactly
into
how it
detail on
works.
but I know he did say something about the way that they made the enemies and made the environments look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in essence, Doom is great.
Doom was good.
Apparently, I know a lot more about this than I should.
That's because you fall asleep listening to it. It's the same reason that I know like 90% of the Gorillaz Plastic Beach album, because that's what I fall asleep to,
Apparently, I must have fallen asleep to some of Kanye too, because now I know Gold Digger.
which still astounds me.
Yeah. So, was it on the way to Comic-Con? Yeah, it was on the way to
Yes.
Comic-Con, where Quinn and I were just listening to some Kanye West stuff, and Gold Digger by him came on, and I apparently rapped the whole thing I actually don't remember too much of it.
Flawlessly.
Like, I don't remember much of it
You
because
did the whole thing flawlessly.
I was just tired, and I must have been in a fugue state where I just became Kanye West for a
While
minute.
you were driving, which is scary.
Yeah, and apparently you were just staring at me in awe,
Yeah.
I think.
It's terrifying.
I have no clue how I know that song. Alright, are we coming up on it?
It's going to be a little after this. I think it's 24 or 25.
Okay, this is 26. Cool.
I just know it's after the church.
It's been forever since I've actually driven to the draft house.
It's been 2 weeks.
That's forever.
Well, for us, that's forever.
We had a busy weekend last weekend.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
It's all a blur. But
Oh god. You know what I just remembered? I just remembered I have a Waluigi figurine in my shelf now thanks to you.
that's not thanks to me. I asked you, if, I was like, do you want this? And you were like, yes.
I didn't say yes, I'm like, sure.
No, you said,
Why
how much
not?
is it? And I was like, it's $10. And you're like, sure. Which means yes.
Are you sure? Because I don't remember this.
Yes, you asked me how much it was.
Oh, man, I thought we were going to get another bit of Ask Gordon action, but no, they actually have clothes on.
And helmets.
And helmets. Wow, there's like 3 of them.
4.
Oh. Oh, we have an honest to goodness
6.
biker gang.
6.
They sound like a swarm of angry bees.
Good thing you thought of that company.
Yes,
So you
Buzzkill.
can Buzzkill, all this stupid ass.
Motorcycles give me PTSD now. I was playing a lot of Overwatch, as I usually do. And one of the characters, Junkrat, his ultimate ability is that he pulls out a tire that just goes and kills everybody in an explosion.
It's fantastic.
And as the squishiest hero in the game, I die to it a lot.
Which character were you?
Tracer.
Of course you were.
Though sometimes I play Mecha Gandhi, because I'm trying to get good as him. And he is also very squishy. At least he regenerates health.
I refuse to get Overwatch.
Oh, I know. You're not very good with multiplayer shooters.
No, it's not. It's not that I'm not good with multiplayer. It's that I have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
So when I played Team Fortress 2, that's all I did for a good 2 years. That's why I have so many hours logged in that game. I didn't idle that much. I played the game.
You just got stuck on a T-hole.
If I get Overwatch, that's what's gonna happen to me, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's why I have Doom. I can go through a level a day, and be like, okay, an hour a day, that's good for me.
Ironically, that's actually what I do in Overwatch too. It's a leveling system, so I usually only do about a level a day, but that equates to about 20 games. Actually, probably not that much, but still a lot of games. So wait, okay, to go back to that Star Trek thing, because I'm still thinking about it, is it like a text-based game, or is it
No.
Or is it like it's like Sierra style, where it's like pixel
Yeah. So
graphics?
it's about the same graphic level as Doom.
Okay.
It's that sort of stuff,
Oh.
not in 3D. Now, the one on Steam it's got the CD-ROM version of it.
Oh,
The original
fancy.
The original version of it that I had
It's like
was
a floppy
whopping-
jet-
Yeah, it was
floppy disk?
whopping 7 megabytes.
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
I filled up my dad's hard drive with it. It's 40 megabyte hard drive.
Oh no.
And, but this one's the CD-ROM version, so it's completely voice acted by all the actors.
Oh, that's.
So it's actually really cool. And the
Wait, is it-
stories are very good.
Is
it
it like the
original?
original actors?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
That's pretty nice.
You don't get a whole lot of Chekhov and Sulu because they're not really ever on the away teams.
Yeah.
But it is done very well. And it is considered by a lot of Star Trek fans to be the best Star Trek game ever made.
What other Star Trek games have there been?
There's been a ton of them.
I mean, I can imagine there's been a ton of them, but none of them come to mind.
Well, because they haven't made them in a while.
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
remember there was like a Star Trek Online a couple years ago.
That's
Oh.
the newest one.
Okay.
Oh, is it the
that they
newest one?
made.
What year did that come out? Do you remember?
A few years ago.
that-
It's very recent. So it's post J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, it's post JJ. I want to say it's like 2010 maybe, because I think the first new Star Trek came out. I want to say 2009,
That sounds about right.
maybe.
I think the game's a little bit more recent than that.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, it's...
No, so the first movie in the new Star Trek universe came out when I was in 6th grade. Was that 2009?
I know it was in Ohio
Yes,
when
it was.
first came out. Not like living there. But
That was 6
when I
years ago.
Visiting. It must have been 6th grade, because I was talking to it with my one friend Corey, who we bullied in Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we could probably talk about that in a bit, but
Dude.
anyways, we're headed to the theater, so we're gonna go watch us a movie, and we'll see you guys in part B.
Yeah.